We're going to be learning now the Halakha Psuka for Sunday, Parashat Shelach, Lecha, Chok LeYisrael. אין ממנים שליח ציבור, אלא גדול שבציבור בחוכמתו ובמעשיו. Only somebody who's great, who's the greatest of the congregation in wisdom and his deeds, should be appointed as the shliach tzibur, as the prayer leader. ואם היה זקן, and if he's old, he's an elder person, הרי זה משובח ביותר, that he would be most praiseworthy. In other words, you look for the person to be qualified for shliach tzibur, to be the wisest, the elder, and the person who has also great deeds. ומשתדלים להיות שליח ציבור אדם שקולו ערב ורגיל לקרות. And we still make an effort to have someone who's shliach tzibur, a person who has a pleasant voice and somebody who's fluent, who knows how to read fluently the prayer. ומי שלא נתמלא זקנו, and someone who's doesn't have a fully grown beard, in other words, he's young, אף על פי שהוא חכם גדול, לא יהיה שליח ציבור מפני כבוד הציבור. Even though he's a great sage, even though he's learned a lot of Torah since he's young, we don't appoint him to be shliach tzibur. Why? מפני כבוד הציבור, out of this respect for the congregation. אבל פורס הוא על שמה, משאבי שתי שערות אחר 13 שנים. However, he can lead the recitation of Shema from the moment that he turns 13 and that is considered to be already mature for that. He's allowed to then read Kriyat Shema on behalf of the Kahal. But to be a full-fledged Shliach Tzibur, he has to be more qualified than that. וכן העילג, כמו מי שקורא לאלפין עיינין או לעיינין אלפין. And also someone who has a speech impediment, he's not very clear in the way that he pronounces words. Like the aleph, he pronounces like ayin, and the ayin, he pronounces it like an aleph. And anyone who cannot pronounce the letters correctly, such a person, cannot appoint him to be a leader of the prayer. And the Rav he can designate one of his students to act as the prayer leader of the congregation in his presence. Even though, let's say, the Rav is the one who's more knowledgeable and older and that type of thing, he's allowed to designate somebody from the Kahal to be shliach tzibur, to lead the prayer in his presence. Hasomeh pores al shema v'na'aseh shliach tzibur. A person who's a blind person can lead the recitation of the Shema, and also he can act as a prayer leader. Aval mi shektefav megulot, but someone whose shoulders are uncovered, he's let's say wearing a tank top, or he's not covered properly. Af al pi shu poretz al Shema eno na'asa shliach tzibur letfilah ad sheyeh me'utaf. Such a person, even though he might lead the recitation of Shema, he may not act as the leader of the congregation for the prayers until he wraps himself with the talit. Now what we used as a standard is they should be covered in terms of his arms all the way beyond his elbows. If he's not covered beyond his elbows, if he's wearing a short sleeve shirt, he should cover himself with a talit so that he is properly covered and is modestly clothed in order to be leading the prayer of the congregation. This was the Halakha Psuka. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.